Hi, I'm Cheryl Stenger, school counselor at Monroe High School,
And I'm Dara LaForest. I'm also one of the school counselors at Monroe.
and we are going to be presenting to you information on College Credit Plus for the 2021-2022 school year. I, Cheryl Stenger, am the counselor for students with last names A through K,
And I take care of students in the ninth through 12th grade, last names L through Z. I'm Dara, by the way.
and we want you to know that this PowerPoint is going to be available to students and parents in several different places. We're going to post it on the counseling office's webpage. And we're also going to post it in the Counseling Google Classrooms for students in the class of 2022, 2023, and 2024. We will also be emailing it to every student in those three classes. So in this PowerPoint, we're going to give you an introduction of the College Credit Plus program, also known as CCP. We're going to give you an overview of Monroe's dual enrollment CCP courses. So those are CCP courses that we offer here at the high school. We'll then give you an overview of the application process at Monroe High School, and finally give you a brief overview of the application processes for the individual local colleges that students typically apply to.
So, you asked the question, what is College Credit Plus? College Credit Plus is Ohio's dual credit program. Dual credit meaning a student can take a course through a college and receive not only high school credit, but also college credit. Students enroll in college courses, they must adhere to the requirements of that particular college. Most of the time, students in grades 7 through 12 have to complete an assessment exam of some sort in order to determine whether they're college ready and college eligible. However, due to COVID, when applying in 2021, if a student has a 3.0 GPA or higher, this may be used in place of that assessment. Students may apply to any public college or participating private college and may apply to multiple institutions at the same time. Students may also choose from a variety of college level courses, and oftentimes this is determined by placement testing as to whether or not they can take a specific course. Students must be Ohio residents in order to participate. And students can earn credit to satisfy both high school and college requirements. One 3-credit course or more at a college is worth one high school credit, and students must successfully complete the courses in order to earn this credit. Students in grades 7 through 12 may take classes during the summer, the fall, and the spring semesters. Example, if you apply right now for the year 2021 to 22, you can begin taking classes if you meet the deadline to start summer term courses, fall term, and then winter spring term. They may take courses at the high school, the college campus, or they may take courses online. The option to take courses at the high school is only available if the high school has partnered with a college or a university to offer those courses specifically at the high school. Monroe has 7 CCP courses on our campus. We have English 101, English 103, Lit 200, Spanish 101, Spanish 102, Biology 2001C, and Biology 2002C.
So, how can students participate? Step one is that they must be determined to be eligible. Normally, students are determined to be eligible by taking an assessment exam like the ACT or the AccuPlacer and earning the appropriate score. However, due to COVID, this year, when students are applying, their GPA can be used in place of an assessment. On the next following slides, there's information on assessment examples and how students must take those and score college ready to participate. Again, because of COVID, that is not necessary this year, so we're going to skip those slides, but this information is found on the College Credit Plus website and in this presentation. So due to COVID-19, College Credit Plus has put in new eligibility flexibility guidelines. So colleges can use a minimum unweighted GPA of a 3.0 to admit students into the College Credit Plus program. This flexibility item will continue to be reviewed to ensure that students have appropriate access to participate in the College Credit Plus program, and additional guidance may be forthcoming throughout the year. So step 2 on how students can participate. Once they are deemed to be eligible based on their GPA, then they can apply for admission through the CCP website for the individual college that they're interested in. They should go to that college's website to read about the specific application process requirements for that college. And ultimately, colleges have the final decisions on admitting students and what courses they can take. If the student is considered to be eligible and admitted by the college or university, then the college will generally send the student an email or letter in the mail giving more instructions on the next steps in the process, and they will help discuss course options with the student.
So what courses can a student take? Courses can satisfy high school graduation requirements, and the school counselors can help students understand requirements and course substitutions. Schools might have additional requirements in addition to the state minimum. We do. Students should consider courses in a career pathway that interests them. So what courses can a student take? College advisors will help students know which courses they can take based on assessment scores, course prerequisites, level 1 or level 2, depending on the number of credit hours a student has already completed. Students must complete their first 15 credits in level 1 courses, and these include transferable courses, courses in IT, computer science, anatomy and physiology, foreign language, courses that are part of a technical certificate, courses that are part of a 15 or 30 credit pathway, courses in study skills, academic, or career success. Colleges must post their level 1 courses on their website, and you have to see their specific website for those details. They do differ from college to college. Once a student completes the first 15 credit hours in that level 1 list, he or she can move to level 2 courses, which are any other allowable college courses for which a student meets the prerequisites. There are some non-allowable courses. All of these would be a private course with a one-on-one instructor, courses with high fees, study abroad courses, physical education courses, a pass-fail course, or remedial courses or sectarian or religious courses.
So what are other requirements for the CCP program? Grades. College Credit Plus grades earned in the college course are the same grades that will be on the high school transcript, and those grades will be factored into the high school and college GPA. That includes Fs. So this is really important for students to know that CCP courses mark the beginning of their college transcript. So it's important that they take it seriously and make sure they're ready for this level of rigor and coursework. So CCP grades are added onto the high school transcript after the semester is completed. Summer CCP grades are added onto the transcript at the end of fall semester. If a high school uses a weighted grading scale for AP courses, IB courses, or honor courses in a subject area, then the College Credit Plus courses in the subject area will be weighted using the same scale. So for example, we offer AP courses in social studies and add 0.05 weight to the GPA at the end of the semester for that course. So we would do the same thing for a CCP course in social studies. Students may take College Credit Plus courses in subject areas that will satisfy graduation requirements. And they must complete end of course exams for English, math, and science, regardless if they take the College Credit Plus course. And these would be our AIR tests that students take in the spring generally. So how many classes can students take? This information is really important because this tells students how many courses they can take at the high school in addition to their college courses. we have to look at a specific formula to make sure students do not go over their requirement, because that can cost the family money for college courses. So this information is really important, but it can also be a little confusing because it is a lot of info. So we want you to know that each year we send home letters to students who are participating in CCP to update them on their specific individual credit hours, so they know how many course credit hours they can continue to take in CCP. So here's the information on how we calculate this. Students may be enrolled in up to 30 semester credit hours per academic year, and this includes high school only courses. So we take 30 and subtract the high school credits multiplied by 3, and that gives us the maximum CCP credit hours the student can take in the entire academic year. And an academic year consists of the summer, fall, and spring semesters. So for example, the 2021-2022 academic year begins this summer of 2021, and then it includes this fall 2021 and the spring of 2022. In addition, we want you to know that the maximum number of credits allowable over the life of the program is 120 credits. So if a student is participating in CCP for several years, they cannot go over the 120 credit hour requirement. If a student does enroll in more than the 30 credit hours for the year that they're allowed to, the school will discuss with the student whether to drop the course or pay for the entire course. If a student enrolls in more than 30 credit hours and pays for the course, the student family will assume the cost of that credit, the fees, and books at the college's standard rates, and that course is not going to count for high school credit. It will be college credit only.
So what are the differences between high school and college? One of the biggest things would be tests. In high school, tests are sometimes given weekly or at the end of a chapter. In college, there are generally much fewer tests given, and it usually covers a lot more material the test does. Another difference would be study time. In high school, required homework ranges between 1 to 3 hours per day. In college, the standard rule is 2 to 3 hours of homework for every hour spent in class, 3 to 5 hours per day. Knowledge acquisition. In high school, information provided mostly in class. Out-of-class research is usually minimal. In college, though, the coursework will generally require a lot more independent thinking, longer writing assignments, and out-of-class research. Grades. This is a big one, because in high school, you have many grades generally, numerous quizzes, tests, homework assignments, but in college, you have much fewer tests and fewer, if any, homework assignments at all will be used to determine final grades. And then the parent role is different. In high school, parents are strong advocates for their students, and they generally work very closely with teachers and with the counselors. In college, the parent serves as a mentor and a support person for the student. The college views the student as an independent decision maker. And in college, the Family Education Rights and Privacy Act, or FERPA, protects student education records. So most of the time, parents will not have access to their child's information. All right, accommodations. In high school, parents and students work with high school staff to determine what assistance or accommodations can be made for students with IEPs or 504s. In college, the students must work directly with the college staff to determine if any accommodations are needed. IEPs and 504 plans may or may not be included in those discussions.
So what are the benefits of participating in CCP? Students can earn high school and college credit at the same time, and that allows them to get a head start on college degrees or certificates by earning college credits while they're still in high school. Students can also start to experience college early and understand the expectations of college life and rigor of college courses. They can also save tuition and textbook costs as the district helps pay for the CCP courses. What are the consequences of underperforming? If students fail or withdraw too late from a college course, the district may seek reimbursement for the tuition cost from the student and family. And the grades that students earn are on the student's college transcripts permanently. If students fail or withdraw often, future financial aid may also be impacted negatively, and students can contact their college's financial aid office to find out more information about satisfactory academic progress and what options are available to them in this situation. So if a student performs poorly, they can be placed on CCP probation, CCP dismissal, or on academic probation or dismissal by the college. And we will discuss each of these a little bit more in depth in the following slides. So College Credit Plus probation happens when a student is placed on probation because she earns less than a cumulative 2.0 GPA or less in CCP courses or withdrawals from 2 or more courses in one academic term. While on probation, the student can only enroll in one College Credit Plus course for one college term, so a semester generally, and they cannot enroll in the same college course subject that they had previously earned a D, F, or NC grade or received no credit. Then a student can be placed in College Credit Plus dismissal if, while on probation, they did not increase their College Credit Plus GPA to a 2.0 or above during the probation term. So when the student is on CCP probation, they're allowed to take one college course that's not in the same subject that they had got the failing grade in, and that gives them a chance to up their GPA to a 2.0 or above. If they cannot get it to a 2.0 or above, that's when they can be placed on dismissal. And while they're on dismissal, they cannot enroll in any College Credit Plus courses. So there is a way to appeal the dismissal. So after one college term on CCP dismissal, students may submit an appeal to request the high or middle school to allow participation in College Credit Plus. Monroe's process for appeals is listed online in our board policy. The policy number is PO2271.
So what are the expenses for College Credit Plus? At public colleges or universities, there will be no cost to students and families for tuition, required fees, and books. At private colleges and universities, there could be a small cost. Some optional expenses are the responsibility of the student and the family. For example, if parking is a requirement and they have to pay for parking, that would be a family expense, as well as the transportation to get to and from the course if that's needed. Monroe local schools may require students to pay for CCP courses if a student receives a final grade of an F as the final grade for the course. Number 2, a student drops a college course after the 14th calendar day after the course has begun. So what support services are available to students? The high school counselor will continue to provide assistance to all College Credit Plus students. The college advisors provide course selection assistance, and colleges must provide the same academic supports to College Credit Plus students as they would any other student who would have applied. This next section, and there are quite a few slides, are going to address eligibility, and that's athletic eligibility. We definitely want you to make sure that you take 5 solid courses, and this can be all CCP courses or a combination of high school and CCP courses. Make sure you read through these slides for the details, and we're going to go slowly through these slides so you have a moment to take care of them. And here are just a few examples of what a schedule could look like. As you can see in this example, this student would be eligible. If you take a look at this schedule, the student would not be eligible to participate. One of the biggest things that we hear students talk about are summer courses. And summer courses through CCP cannot reduce the number of required courses that students take during the fall and spring terms to be eligible. Make sure, students, that you are communicating with your instructor if you are an athlete. And remember, parents, most likely this instructor will not be communicating with you directly. One of the big things here is making sure, students, that if you drop a course, that you notify us immediately that you have done that. Many courses have different start dates, and this also can impact eligibility. So we must know those start dates as counselors, as well as the number of credits each of your college courses are worth. So, will these credits transfer to other colleges? Certain general education and technical courses will transfer, especially from one Ohio public college to another. College credits earned through CCP courses are not guaranteed to transfer to all colleges and universities. You have to check with the college you plan to attend after high school to see if they will transfer. Each private college in Ohio and any college and university that is out of state individually determines which courses they will accept for credit. Students must check with colleges to confirm transferability, and you can check at this website to find out that information. So what does it mean to be college ready? Being college ready is more than just being academically ready. You have to consider the emotional and social transition and college expectations. There are many students who are amazing high school students, but they are just not ready to participate in College Credit Plus. You have to consider time management and organizational skills. I think time management and organization are two of the most critical skills a student needs to have to be successful in CCP courses. Grades earned in a College Credit Plus course are for high school and college credit and will be calculated into the student's GPA. College Credit Plus credits will be utilized in the calculation of financial aid as well. So, what are the deadlines? May 1st of 2020, students must submit their intent to participate form. We'll talk a little bit more about this, but you must turn in that intent form no later than May 1st. We actually recommend that you turn it in as soon as possible. So once you know that you're planning to attend, turn it in. And where do you turn it in? You turn it into the counseling office. You can give your form to either Mrs. Weary, to Mrs. LaForest, or Miss Stanger. Any of us will take it, and we'll get it to the right person. So get those forms in as soon as you can. So what are the deadlines? Again, colleges and universities, you have to check with each college you plan to apply to. They each have their own deadlines for admission. Find out about assessment testing, if there are any. As we've stated, due to COVID, 3.0 GPA or higher is being used for acceptance into colleges. But remember, some courses, specific courses you may want to take, do require assessment testing. The summer semester deadline will be earlier, and usually those classes start in May. So if you're thinking you might want to take some summer term courses for this summer, make sure you get on this now. You don't want to wait.
Okay, now we are going to give you an overview of the College Credit Plus courses that we offer at Monroe High School. So the first one is Mrs. Wolf's Anatomy and Physiology class. It is going to be offered through Cincinnati State, pending the approval by Cincinnati State. Students can earn credit for Anatomy and Physiology 1 and 2, and they earn a total of 8 semester college credits. So they get 4 credits for each semester, and these are biology courses at the college. To take this class, they must meet biology and chemistry prereqs, which are A's and B's in both classes. And this course requires independent study as well as participation in very intense lab experiences that include dissections. Mrs. Janine Alexander offers dual enrollment Spanish 4 through Cincinnati State at Monroe. Students earn 4 college credits per semester for a total of 8 college credits throughout the whole year. Spanish 4 is 101 and 102 at the college level. And the prereq for Spanish 4 is taking Spanish 3 and getting the teacher recommendation. So Mrs. Devin Norsworthy teaches several English College Credit Plus courses here at Monroe during the school day as well. She has 3 classes. Each one is a semester in length for a total of 9 college credits. So the first course is English 101, and this covers interviews, nonfiction, and scholarly articles for 3 college credits. There's also English 103, which covers literature, poetry, and drama for 3 college credits. And then there's Literature 200 for Introduction to Literature for 3 college credits. Now we're going to go over the application process and how students can begin to apply for the College Credit Plus program at Monroe and at the local colleges. So the first step is to watch this presentation to be informed about the College Credit Plus program. There are sometimes changes to the program each year, so that is why students are going to be required each year to continue to watch the new presentation that is offered. And then they turn in an intent to participate form to the counseling office by May 1st. So again, this is for current CCP students as well. They must turn in a new intent to participate form to the counseling office by May 1st. Once that form is turned in, the student should then look up the college or university's application process, which is found on the college's website. Student will then need to fill out the application material. This process is generally going to be completed online electronically. It is up to each college as to how they manage that process, though, so it's very important that the student looks at the college's website to read about this information. All colleges have an authorization form for the counselor to complete. MUM, Cincinnati State, and Sinclair all have these forms online now. If a college has any hard copy or paper forms that need to be completed, the student can drop it off at the counseling office. But again, MUM, Cincinnati State, and Sinclair all have these online, and those are the 3 colleges that our students typically apply to. Your counselor will then complete those required forms online. If the student's applying to a college that has paper forms, the counselor will complete the form and return it to the student. Finally, the last step is if a student's using paper forms, they must submit, mail, or drop off the application materials to the college on their own. Okay, so how does the scheduling process work for students in relation to applying to College Credit Plus? So for students planning to take courses at or online through a local college, once the student has been fully accepted into the college program, the high school counselor will help create a schedule for the student. And the counselor will give the schedule to the student prior to the student registering for courses at the college. So we want you to know that the high school counselor will not be making a specialized half-day schedule at the high school until we know the student has been accepted into the college and is registering for courses. The students can let us know that by emailing us the courses they've registered for. Step 3, the student must register for courses which work around their schedule at Monroe. So again, we will help create the schedule at Monroe for the student once we know the student has been accepted into the program, and we will try to accommodate students' request for college courses, but we cannot guarantee that we will be able to get them the exact high school schedule that they want to accommodate the college courses. Each student must meet eligibility requirements of having 5 1-credit courses or the equivalent per OHSAA when combining their Monroe courses and their off-campus or online college courses. The next several slides include information about how to apply to the local colleges that our students typically take courses through. I'm not going to go over those slides in depth because it's a lot of information, but we will pause and show you each slide so you can read through that. For MUM in particular, we want students to know that they must apply to the program each academic year. So even if a student is taking MUM courses currently, they must reapply to take CCP courses next school year. If you have any other questions, we ask that you check out ohiohighered.org/ccp to get the official information on College Credit Plus. And then, after reviewing that, if you continue to have questions, please contact your counselor. Here's our email addresses and the phone number to reach us. Email tends to be best because we can read that quicker usually and more easily in case we are not at school.
Again, we are here to help. We want to make sure that this process goes as smoothly as possible for you, but the only way that can happen is if you reach out with questions. And we will do our best to either answer the question or to get you to the person who can answer the question. Again, this is a lot of independent work on students, and this step requires that you do a lot of research on your own, do a lot of reading on your own, and understand the process. You will be considered a college student as you're taking these classes. So we're excited for those of you who plan to attend. And again, we're here to help however we can. Thank you very much.